Whoa, legit. The most insane message I have ever challenged. And I need you to hear me on this. This is not for just anyone. This is for you. And I mean that in the most literal sense of the word for. For the one person whose chest just got a little tight. Before I say another word, I want you to understand something crucial. This isn't a scrolling kind of message. This is a stop everything and listen kind of moment. Some of you are going to scroll right past and forget about what you saw, and that's fine. That's actually perfect. Because this message was never built for a crowd. It was built for one nervous system, one specific person. And if it's landing in your body right now, if there is a weird pull in your sternum or your palms just went a little clammy, that's your confirmation. Nobody else gets that, just you. So use your discernment, because I have zero idea what's about to come through. I just know it's been sitting in the field all day trying to find its person, and something tells me it just did. Here's the first thing you need to understand about why this found you today. Most people are living their lives like they are following a broken GPS. They are waiting for a robotic voice to tell them exactly when to turn, where to stop, and how to avoid every single bump in the road. They hand the wheel over to external noise, social media, family expectations, the script everyone else is following. But this message isn't a GPS. It's a compass. A GPS tells you where the world wants you to go. A compass tells you where your soul is pulled to go, even when there is no road in sight. And right now, your soul is pulling you towards something that scares the hell out of you, doesn't it? That's how you know it's real. Okay, I'm getting it now. I know you feel like you have been shouting into a void lately, but I need you to lean in, because the universe is finally answering back. The first thing I'm sensing is that you are sitting with a lot right now. And not just your own stuff. I mean, you are carrying the residue of other people, old friends, someone who came in fast, hot, almost reckless, somebody who showed up in your life like a flash fire, all passion, no patience, and burned through faster than you expected. And underneath that memory, there is this quieter question you have been chewing on lately, almost privately, about what you are actually worth when nobody's watching, when there is no performance involved. I think you are starting to understand something that used to feel impossible to say out loud. You are not for everyone. You are not for everybody's cup of tea. And for a long time, you've acted like you had to be. You've handed yourself out like a business card, free samples for everyone who asked. And I think you are finally starting to pull that hand back. This is going to be a theme for you for a while. Maybe it's already has been. Boundaries. Real boundaries. Real ones. Not the performative kind. You have been playing small because you are afraid of outgrowing the people around you, haven't you? That fear is real, but it's also a lie. Like attracts like. That's not a cute saying. That's just how energy physical behaves. And you are not everyone's frequency. I think you are someone who's wired for truth in a way that makes people uncomfortable sometimes. Someone who points a flashlight at things other people have agreed to look at. And you probably don't even realize you are doing it. It just happens. You walk into a room and suddenly the things nobody was saying get said. That gift has probably cost you because you have let almost anyone close enough to see it. Here is your confirmation moment. By the way, if you are currently going through something that feels like everything around you is speeding up while you personally feel frozen in place, stuck, unmoving, that's exactly what's lighting up in this message. Stop looking for signs out there when the biggest signal is literally screaming inside your chest right now. You're not actually stuck. You are in one of those rare windows where your light side and your shadow side are talking to each other instead of fighting. And when that happens, you start making choices you don't normally make. Difficult one, hard-on questions, choices that involve letting go of people, of all identities, of stuff you used to think you needed to hold onto to be safe. I'm not here to sugarcoat this. Yeah, I have some mood today. The version of you that got you here cannot take you where you're going next. I keep getting pulled toward one specific pattern with you, and I want to be gentle but clear about it. There is a kind of person who's found their way into your life again and again, someone who reads as deep, emotional, almost soulful on the surface. Someone whose heart seems enormous and you fall for that heart every single time. But then once you are in deep, once you're already attached, the real shadow comes out, slow at first, then all at once. And by then you are too invested to just walk. These people are good, really good, at making you feel like you owe them something, like your energy is a debt you are still paying off. And I think this exact pattern is the biggest classroom you have been sitting in over and over, learning the same lesson from different faces. You don't owe anyone your presence. You don't. Nobody gets to bill you for existing near them. I also want to name something tender here, because I think it is the root of a lot of this. I don't think you were ever taught that love could come with limits and still be real. I think somewhere in you there is a belief, an old one, that if love has conditions, if it has to be earned, it isn't real love at all. It's a transaction. And so you've spent a long time giving yours away freely, no application required, because some part of you remembers a version of love that didn't need to be earned at all. That part of you is beautiful. It might genuinely be one of the most beautiful things about you. But you are not living in that version of the world right now. You are living somewhere that runs on different rules. And I think I'm sensing this season of your life is basically you finally learning the actual rules of the game instead of the ones you wish were true. And what I mean by this, you are a certain frequency, a specific one. And for people to actually reach you, truly reach the real you, they have to rise to meet it. They cannot just show up and expect access. That's been one of the hardest lessons of your life because it means choosing yourself over being liked by everyone. And I think for a long time, you were terrified that choosing yourself meant abandoning people who needed you. It doesn't. It doesn't. It means you stop absorbing what was never yours to carry. Yeah. There is a loss in your story. I keep getting pulled toward it. So let's go there. I think you've experienced someone crossing over. Maybe early, maybe unexpectedly. And I don't think that grief just hurt you. I think it actually built you. Of course, painful period season. I think before that loss, you were living almost entirely for other people. So turned into everyone else's needs that you were not even fully present in your own life. Like you were there, but not really there. And I think that loss cracked something open that eventually let you step into your own body for the first time. It probably took years. Yeah, maybe close to a decade. But I think you have landed somewhere genuinely abundant now, even if it doesn't always feel finished. Now, here is where it gets interesting, because I'm also picking up something coming in fast, a partnership. And I mean genuinely fast, like the in-between period barely exists. What if I told you that the delay you have been suffering through was actually a detour to protect you? Because that's exactly what's happening here. But before I go there, I want to finish naming this manipulation thread because it matters. I think you have dealt with manipulative people across almost every category of your life. Friendship, creative collaborations, romantic partners, even people who did meaningful work alongside. And I think somewhere along the way, you stopped fully trusting partnership as a concept, which makes total sense. You got burned by people who looked safe and were not. Maybe you have read every book on boundaries you could get your hands on. Maybe you grew up around someone who with genuinely unhealthy patterns. I want to say clearly, I'm not diagnosing anyone. I'm not, and none of us should be throwing around clinical language like it's confirmed fact. We are talking in terms of patterns and tendencies here, because honestly, all of us carry some self-centered tendencies in a culture built around personal branding and constant self-display. But the pattern you've survived is real and it's shaped you. Here's the thing though, that whole chapter wasn't wasted. It was preparation. It built the exact version of you who's now capable of standing next to someone who has survived something just as heavy without either of you collapsing into it. And this next part is the one that's making my hands shake a little as I say it. So bear with me. The very first thing that came through for you is this message, before anything else, was an image of a total forward motion, pure momentum, someone being carried by their own direction, whether they feel it or not. That kind of energy only shows up when someone's light and shadow are genuinely in balance, like one, not performing balance, actually living it. And when that happens, you tend to unsettle people, not on purpose. You just move faster than the room is used to. You have made peace with your own shadow. You look at it. You don't flinch. And that unnerves people who haven't done the same work on themselves yet. So, if it feels like nobody around you gets what you're going through right now, that's exactly why. You are on your timeline, moving forward, even when it feels like standing still. Everything around you is accelerating. Whatever your version of the numbers going up is, opportunities, income, recognition, momentum in your actual work, it's already moving. You might just not feel it yet because you are the one sitting still in the middle of it. Okay, the partner. Let's talk about the partner, because this is the part I have been holding until the whole time. This person has been through it too, genuinely through it. Not a light heartbreak, not a we just grew apart story, but something that actually knocked them down. And somehow, despite that, I keep sensing this person has also been remarkably fortunate in other areas of life. Things came fast for them, almost like their whole path was set in motion early and just kept unfolding. But heartbreak found them anyway. And I think this is the part that's strange. I think it happened somewhat publicly. Like people around them had opinions about it. Maybe they were eventually, maybe they were even quietly mocked for how hard they loved someone who didn't deserve it. There is a decent chance this person writes or reads constantly, or you two find each other through words in some way. A message, a caption, something written that neither of you expected to matter. You will know them. You will feel them when you meet them. That's not a metaphor. That's literal. If this feels like it's hitting a nerve, good. That's where the healing actually begins. If there is a single ounce of you wondering if this the one, it's not them yet. You will simply know, the way you know your own name. This person carries an old soul weight to them. Like they have walked through ancient places before, structures older than recorded history, places built with a kind of precision and understanding we still cannot fully explain today. There is an energy around them that feels like it doesn't belong entirely to this era. Something that feels, that feels connected to lost, or forgotten technology, civilizations that understood things about the universe we are only just rediscovering now. I keep getting pulled toward that meteorite glass stone, the green one. People talk about that forms only when something from space slams into the earth and fuzzes with it. Because that's exactly the dynamic between you two. Space meeting Earth. Yeah, space meeting Earth. And that stone has a reputation for flipping people's entire lives overnight, clearing out everyone who isn't meant to stay, fast, sometimes brutally fast, so that only the people who actually match your frequency remain standing. It's never gentle. It's not a slow fade. It's closer to your whole life, falling apart just enough that it can fall back together correctly. I don't think you have experienced a romantic connection yet that actually matches your real frequency. Every past connection, I think, has been more grounded, more conversational, more of this world than you are underneath. This one is different. When you two meet, there's going to be an unmistakable recognition. Not romantic butterflies exactly, more like recognizing the exact shape of survival in someone else's eyes. You will both know instantly what it took the other person to get to that room. And here is the part that I think is the actual heartbeat of this whole message. Your edges, rougher edges, the shadow parts of you that you have had to make peace with, are going to meet their light in a way that heals something old. And their shadow is going to meet your light the same way. It's not two people competing each other in same fairy tale sense. It's more like two puzzle pieces that were cut from completely different sheets are somehow still fit. There is a lighter side to this too. And I want to say it because it's genuinely sweet. This person is going to be completely, almost embarrassingly obsessed with you. Not in a performative way, or creepy way, in a can't stop thinking about you way. I keep getting this image of someone finally getting the one thing they didn't know they were starving for. They're going to love things about you that other people have quietly criticized you for in the past. The intensity, your blueprint, the too muches. And instead of asking you to shrink it, they're going to say it out loud, early, unpromoted. And you are going to sit there thinking, wait, nobody's ever said that to me like that before. It's going to feel like a confirmation nothing and no one else could have given to you. This is moving fast for you. I want to be honest about that. I can see it in your energy. You are tired of the almosts and the not yets. Well, the now is finally here. I think your person might be sitting with some anxiety right now, maybe more than usual. And I think part of why is that your heart, the size of it, the sheer generosity of it, is going to feel like medicine to them. Not a nice bonus, actual medicine the one thing that in the world they cannot buy, cannot manufacture, cannot fake their way into. That's what's going to make this different from everything either of you has experienced before. Something is picking up speed for you right now in a very real, very immediate way. And I think it's tied directly to that inner fire you have been quietly building. Your intuition, your instinct, your gut sense about your own life. And it's not the soft orange kind of fire. It's the hot blue kind. The kind that only burns that color because it's burning hotter than usual. That's you right now. I think all of the boundary work, all of the discernment, all of the learning the hard way, it wasn't random suffering. It was training. It was building your capacity to hold this much intensity without breaking under it. Because you needed that capacity before this person could actually show up. If they have been publicly hurt in love before, there is a real chance some of that old scrutiny follows them into this. Maybe some heat lands on you too, just by association. But you are already burning out. You are already lit. Extra heat doesn't put you out. It just adds fuel. And one last thing before I let this message go. I think this person is going to become a fierce protector for you. Not because you are fragile. No, you are strong. Because you have spent so long protecting everyone else that you forgot what it feels like to have someone stand in front of you for once. I know you are tired of being the strong one for everyone else. Today, someone is finally being strong for you. I don't know if it's their resources, their nature, or just who they are as a person. But I think I keep sensing this unmistakable, steady, warrior-like presence around them. Someone who will plant their feet next to you and not move. You don't need 1,000 more people to believe in you. You just need to stop being the one person who doesn't. And that's the root of everything. I'm saying here, none of what came through is asking you to go find this person, chase a feeling or force a timeline. That's not how any of this actually works. And honestly, chasing is the opposite of what's being asked of you right now. What's being asked of you is smaller and quieter than that. Just keep doing the thing you're already doing. Keep tightening the boundary. Keep noticing when your body says no, before your mouth catches up. Keep choosing the version of yourself that doesn't hand out access like it's free. Because it was never free. It just felt free because you didn't know your own worth yet. You have been waiting for permission to change your life. Permission granted. Consider this official green light. Although permission you need to give you yourself. That's it. Every time you hold that line, even when it's uncomfortable, even when someone gets upset with you for finally having one, you are not pushing anything away. You are clearing a seed. And I think that seed has a name attached to it already, even if you haven't met them yet. So, if this message found you today, out of everything else you could have been watching, out of every other video on your feed, and it's still sitting in your chest right now, tight and warm and a little overwhelming, that's not a coincidence. And I don't really believe in those anyway. There is a reason you couldn't skip this video. Your soul recognized the frequency before your mind even understood the title. That's just you finally being seen by the exact thing that's been trying to reach you. Not everyone, not just anyone. You, only you. So, take a deep breath. You can stop running now. You have arrived exactly where you were meant to be. Love you.